Okay, this is just a quick rundown on the Easysnap Space Hab. It's very similar to all my other projects like Universal Hab and the Universal C Hab, but this one is set in a space environment. It's all pieces will snap together in 90% of the cases. I won't say 100% because there's always some little error that will creep in somewhere. Now, where it can be found is under Environments, Midnight Stories, and there'll be one called Space Hab. The first thing you'll see there is like the product support, which you just double click. It'll open up an internet connection to YouTube, and this basically so you'll go through a short tutorial just showing you how to set up your the snapping system, and just a quick rundown again. It's if you click on your transition tool, make sure you've got 100 centimeters set there. Click enable, click on your rotation tool, have it set at 45 or 90 enabled, and that's it, you're ready to go. So the first thing I'll show is the sky dome. It comes with two default sky domes. It's just a really simple sun and stars one. So yeah, not much to see really. It's just this will work in with a nebula prop. The second one is a moon one. So basically all it is just a moon background with stars. You've got your sun off in the distance, and that basically is it to set you up for a space scene. The next thing I'll show you is the actual scenes that come with it, and there's three of them. So we'll just load these up. Double click, and you'll see that it loads up with there's camera sets with it. There's 8 camera sets with each scene, and everything I've pre-made this and snapped them together for you. This comes under the just space station, and there's a nebula in the background. So these are the just some of the positions of the cameras. So it's both inside and outside. Reactor room. Doors will open. Parameters, where are we? So basically open and close. We'll just go back to the reactor. I think there's a door on here, and if you want to open and close the door to certain places, under shaping I think I have it. Okay, sorry. I've selected the solar capsule because that's this part here, and you can see there are two shapes that are involved with this one. It's that's the back door, which is behind it. You can't see it, but the front door, so that just opens and closes as expected. Okay, so where else were we? Just gazing out into space. So that's basically the first scene. We'll just load in the second scene. So this is Space Station 2. Again, there's like 8 different camera settings. Now you see the nebula in the background. Well, there's 3 different textures for it, so we'll just click on it. We'll go into our materials. Whoops, got a bit. We'll go into our materials. Make sure you're in your Space Hab one. And as you can see, I've got 3 textures: blue, now this will, if you're in the dark, it should make the ambient a bit more closer to that color. But they're the 3 different materials for the nebula. So this is a little bit noisy because it's a pretty, this is the heaviest of all the scenes. Now you'll find with this I have also ladders, and some of them will have these ladder shapes as well, so you can just dial those in and out as you need. A few of you were saying that you wanted some ladders in the last one, so there's a few with ladders in it. There's different padding throughout the ship as well. They're all done with normal maps and low poly meshes to try and give a more authentic look. Now I do come with a couple of light presets as well, so we'll just select this guy and go into your light presets. Now this just affects the interior lighting. So if you wanted to affect this one as well, maybe throw a green on there. It makes it a bit psychedelic. And red, orange. So you can really make some crazy looking scenes if you wanted to with the lighting. And then just go back to lights normal. And that gets you back to where you want. If you want them turned off, you've got that as well. And there's a one with a lower lighting as well. But that's, you know, just a few extra choices that you've got. But by default, it'll come in at this level. Okay, we'll load the next space station. Again, you can create your own space stations without any with just the Easysnap system. Where are we? Scenes. So we'll go Space Station 3. Okay, this is what Space Station 3 looks like. You can see there's a bit of red glow on that, and that is because we have a red nebula on the other side of it. So this is camera outside 1. Now you can see there's a bit of a glow on there. I've got also got a render preset for turning your glows off or on, depending what you want, and it works for the inside as well. So just keep that in mind when you're doing renders if you want the lights to glow a bit. So where were we? 3, 2, and as you can see that it's got a red nebula. That's why there's a little bit of a reddy tinge to some of it. The next thing I want to show you is we'll load in Genesis figure. I'll load in my latest. Where are we? Midnight Story, the orbital suit. So we'll just load in so I've just loaded in Genesis 8 with the orbital suit preset loaded on her, and obviously you can't see her because she's floating at zero space. So what I've done is I've made some presets for all the cameras to position the Genesis figure there. This just will speed things up for you guys. Now the way this works, I've got a default Y1, and that all it does is brings her from the 0 position down to the base level of the floor. Now, but because we're in Space Station 3, you'll open up your poses directly. Go to Space Station 3. And take note of what camera you've actually loaded on. So right here we've loaded camera X4, and what you're looking for here is camera X4. Make sure you have Genesis 8 female selected. Double click it, and it will bring it there. So if we swap, let's say out to outside 3, we'd look for the outside 3 camera, double click it, and it brings it straight in front of the camera. Again, this works on the body position. Now, while you've got this, you can apply whatever pose you feel fit. So we'll just jump down to the orbital suit. We'll go to poses. So we'll pick make sure Genesis 8's selected, and double click it, and that will pose on the spot. Okay, or maybe we need to give her some lights on the helmet. So we'll come over here, material, helmet, lights, we'll say red glow, or no, maybe we better just give it the ordinary white glow to show that. But that's the basics of what the poses are about with this Space Hab. Again, this is what you do. We'll say camera end. This will put you here. what you do, select your Genesis 8 female, go to your back to your Space Hab again. Sorry, this jumps over a bit. Into your pose directory, Space Station 3, we've got camera end again. So you'll click your camera end, and what it does, it positions the body and maintains the pose that you've set on it. So then you can just basically apply whatever pose you want. And this is just a quick setup for if you just want to get your poses set around all over the place. So this will work with any Genesis figure. It just positions the body in front of the whatever camera you've selected, and you just look at what the camera presets are over here for her. So that's the basics of it. Anything else? I think I've got a few few materials, lights I've shown you, nebula, three different types, and of course you've got all your default which you don't really have to touch. Maybe if we go outside, by some off chance maybe you want to change the texture on the outside, so you look for your hull outside. I do have probably I'm not real fussed. I just put them in there for something to do, but basically you'll have your outside heat shield type of if you want to make it half size, just click that one, it'll make it smaller. But basically that's it. These guys do have you can swing the go into your parameters, and you can each one of those can be individually rotated. Now what I would suggest to you on this, on the solar capsule, there's a few at the moment. You go to your solar base, and this will spin the whole of it around. And if you want to spin your individual ones around, I've got, it's just a spin dial to, you know, I've got a radar dish as well, so we'll just zoom in on that one for now. It also has, you can move the dish around. I do have limits on it when it can. You can also go to the shaping tab on this one. Make sure you select the main object. It's got open and closed doors at the moment. You can hide your dish, or if you just want to say put a like a space dish on somewhere else, just sitting on top of one of these things, you would just hide your base and just really you would move that around. Yeah, move that around to wherever you want, and you can still rotate it around and position it to wherever you want. So I think I've caught all the bits and pieces that you'll probably need to know about. I look forward to seeing some of the great stuff that you guys will create. And bye for now.